Welcome everyone to this brand spanking new podcast.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes. This is our very first podcast honoring the life and legacy of my grandfather. I guess you can see in the background, this is going to be the Robert Johnson Legacy podcast from the crossroads to the cross.
Yes,
I think I'll say that again.
yeah.
The Robert Johnson legacy
Mm-hmm.
from the crossroads to the cross.
Okay.
Each and every segment that we're going to be talking about on this podcast is going to be dealing with the life and legacy of my grandfather, Robert Johnson, and the crossroads to the cross. Okay? Now, first of all, the reason why I really wanted to do this podcast is because my grandfather, although he only lived to be 27 years old, born in 1911, he only lived to be 27 years old. But his legacy and his music still resonates around the world today.
Yeah.
And what better way to honor his music, his life, and his legacy than for his bloodline to carry it on?
Mm-hmm.
See, and I have another sibling. We are the two remaining grandsons, the only two grandsons left for Robert Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Passing on down the legacy, the bloodline got to keep rolling.
Yes,
This is my son, Robert Johnson's great grandson.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And tonight we're going to talk about what has Robert Johnson's name ringing around the world even today. There are many myths and mysteries concerning my granddad's life and his death, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that he's basically known all around the world is about the Crossroad myth, where he allegedly went to the crossroad and made a pact with the devil to learn how to play the guitar. Okay, when my grandfather first started playing the guitar, okay, according to other legends, Son House and Willie Brown and other great legends, blue legends that were before my granddad, according to them, uh, when my granddad would come around and they would be in the juke joint, Son House, and would be playing, and they would be in the juke joint playing, and my granddad was always intrigued about the blues. He was always intrigued about the way they were performing and the way they were playing their guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so uh, when they are doing intermission, when they would have their shows in different juke joint, intermission, my granddad would ease in while the crowd is just waiting for those real performers to come back on stage. He would ease in and pick up the guitar. And they say he could hold a tune in the bucket, but he played like he was the master. And it was said that Son House told my granddaddy, said, Robert, why, man, every time we go on break, you come up in here picking up this guitar. All you doing is noising the people, man, with all that racket. Get all away from here. My granddad took it with a grain of salt. And so he left during the time that he was in the Delta. This was during the Delta time. My granddad was living in the Delta then. And he was a young teenager. And so he actually left the Delta and he returned back to his birthplace. My grandfather was born in Hazelhurst, Mississippi, May the 8th, 1911. Okay? And around the year 1930, 31, around 19, 20 years old, he came back to Hazelhurst. And he came back to Hazelhurst in search of his dad, his biological father, who was Noah Johnson. And in searching for Noah Johnson, he actually teamed up and met a guy named Ike Zimmerman. who mentored my granddad. Long story short, Ike mentored my granddad for a space of 3 to 4 years. And when my granddad went back to the Delta, and it's those same guys that were playing in the various clubs. Okay, they went over there. And the mission was going to be different this time. Going to have a different ring to it. He went over in the mission. And Robert, you back? Oh man, not again. He said, hold on. Let me show you what I got. Let me show you what I got. Okay, go ahead, son. He picked up the guitar, and they said that Robert Johnson played that guitar in a way that they had never heard him play before. I mean, he was out playing everybody up in that area, and they was amazed. So they said, Robert, okay, hold up. You ain't no way in the world you can let out a play like that quick. So what did you do, son? Did you sell your soul to the devil to learn how to play the guitar? Now, I don't know what that answer was. I don't know if he told him, yes, I did. Or if he said, no, I didn't. But he just let them just go on and just believe what they want to believe. Because, but he knew it came from hard work, and it came from practice and following his mentor all down in the central Mississippi area, Hazelhurst and Brookhaven, and all down in the central Mississippi area. And when he went back to the Delta, he was out playing everybody. So now, if you would listen to the song that's supposed to be soul, the song that he's really supposed to be known to sell his soul about, it's called the Crossroad Blues. Now, you man, Stephen Johnson. Only difference his name and mine is spelled with the PH, mine spelled with the V. Okay? And I'm gonna let him tell you what I told him, the difference, why he's named his name, why he has the name. He's not Junior. But I'm gonna let him explain that in a little bit later. But the song, the Crossroad, that first verse, I went to the crossroad and fell down on my knees. I went to the crossroad, fell down on my knees.
Yeah.
Big the Lord above have mercy. Save poor Bob, if you please. Okay. Now, what you get out of that, son? Just tell me.
So, just you know me, you guys will learn. I'm a very literal person, right? So, when a person says they went to any location and fell down on their knees, the first two thoughts I think of is one, were they tired? Is that like, were they just exhausted to where they fell on their knees? Or two, are they praying? He followed it up with, I asked God, ask the Lord above, if you have mercy and save Bob. So I can't personally take away that he's seeking out the devil, because one, we know the devil ain't above nothing. Bible tells us he under our feet, if I'm not mistaken. But we ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go to the Bible to it right now anyway.
Not right now.
But it is crossroad to the cross.
Yeah.
So, that's the first thing. If he's saying he's going to God to be saved, and he's asking God above, off the rip, he cannot be talking about any member of darkness, because that's not the God above.
And I like what you're saying. And in this song, he didn't just go and ask God to save him. He said, I beg the Lord.
Have mercy.
Have mercy on me. Save me, if you please. Now, understand this. From the crossroad to the cross. Every one of us, those of you that are looking at this podcast tonight, whenever you're viewing it, everyone that's brought into this world at some point in our lives, when we grow into manhood or young adult, or when we come to realize that we did not bring ourselves here, that we are not responsible for how we our destiny. In other words, what I'm saying, everyone come to a crossroad in their lives. Now, God, I told you to the cross, and he was begging the Lord to save him. God brings everyone that really wants to be saved to a crossroad in their life.
Yes, sir.
And we serve such a loving God that he gives us choices. He could have made us serve him.
Exactly.
He show us good, he show us evil, and he gives us a choice. Okay? Now, keep in mind too, my son said scripture was going to come in there eventually because it's going to the cross.
Crossroad to the cross, baby.
The Bible says that all souls belong to God.
Yes.
You can't sell nothing you don't own, okay? If that's the case, hey, we had our birthday. We knew when we were coming. We knew how long we were going to be here, and we know the time we're leaving. Now, you know that's not possible.
Exactly.
You didn't bring yourself in this world.
Exactly.
And you're not watching over yourself each and every day. God gives us a choice. Now, my granddaddy, I believe in my heart, was at that cross in his life, at that crossroad. You were right there between good and evil.
Yep.
And it is my belief from listening to that song that he really wanted to do good. He really wanted to do good. Okay? And he had a choice to make. Now, only him and God know the choice that he made. Okay? I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. But I know he was at the crossroad in his life.
I want to jump in real quick because there's another lyric that he talks about being a hitchhiker and looking around, waving people down for somebody to get in the car with them, but nobody stopped. And this is something very important because, as he said, when we have our crossroads in our lives, think about this. If he jumped in the car with someone, then he was going to go wherever they planned on going because he didn't know where to go. What he was saying, he was asking for guidance. He was looking for someone to tell him, am I supposed to go right or am I supposed to go left? Because whoever's car he gets into, he doesn't own. So he has to go wherever they take him, right? So we have to always know that we have to seek God in these moments because there will be other things that try to steer us left. The road to damnation is broad and wide. It's a whole lot of ways to get there. It's a lot of ways to get there.
Broad.
That other one is straight and narrow.
Narrow.
It's one way to get there, and that's through Jesus Christ. So when we get to these crossroads, as we will in different phases of our lives and different areas of our lives, we have to always remember that we have to seek Jesus for guidance so we can know which way to go.
Very well put. Very well put, boy. Ooh, chip off the old block. I went to the crossroad, fell down on my knees. I went to the crossroad, fell down on my knees. Beg the Lord above have mercy. Save poor Bob if you please. Down at the crossroad, I tried to flag a ride. Standing at the crossroad, I tried to flag a ride. Then nobody seemed to know me. Everybody passed me by. You see what I'm saying? Just like my son said. He tried to flag a ride. What that's saying is that he was looking for guidance. When nobody there to give him guidance. When no woman there, couldn't no woman, another verse say, couldn't find no sweet loving woman to love and feel my care. So he tried everything in the world looking for peace. Tried everything, women, the alcohol, everything. Looking for peace of mind. You know? But and like I said, I believe in my heart, God heard him. But only him and God knows. So, the crossroad of your life, Some of us that's gonna be looking at this, you've been there, and I don't know what decision you're making, but this is not the end. This life that we have here on this earth is not the end.
Yep.
It's not the end. It's not the end.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be for another podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to know tonight, the crossroads of your life is the decision that you're going to make, whether you're going to do good or whether you're going to seek God and do what's right. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The crossroad.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we analyzed the song. I even sung a little bit of it. And I want those of you that's gonna view this, I need some feedback. I need feedback. And like I said, this is our first one. And it's gonna really take wings and fly.
Mm-hmm.
Because Robert Johnson's grandson is also a preacher. Okay? Okay? So now, and I often tell people, if he sold his soul to the devil like y'all think he did, his bloodline got free.
Yes, sir.
His bloodline got free.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Because of the choices that we made.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Now, before we close, I gave you a little nugget. My name is Stephen Lamar Johnson, the grandson of Robert Johnson. Now, introduce yourself properly and let them know how you obtain your name, son.
I would tell them my first and last name. I don't tell strangers my middle name.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell them for you.
No, you won't. I appreciate you. That's a part of this. This is something I've had, and I don't even really know why to the fullness, but this is something that I've had in place since I was in high school.
Wow.
I don't, if it's a person I don't know, they don't get my middle name. Only people who know me get my middle name.
Okay. Well, y'all better get to know
it. But so my name is Stephen Johnson as well. Our middle names are very close, just partially different, just like our first name is very close, just partially different. And because he wanted me to have be an extension of him and have a part of him, while also being able to have and maintain my own identity and not be in his shadow in any way.
Man.
And the beautiful thing about that is, by him not trying to make me be him, I had the decision to want to be him. Mm-hmm. So when I was in elementary school, he already know what I'm about to say. When I was in elementary school, he was a security guard, a football coach, and like you said, a preacher. He's been preaching since I've been alive.
Public correction.
So, yep. So when people would ask me, Stephen, what do you want to do? I would tell them I want to be a security guard, I want to be a football coach, and I want to be a preacher. I've done all of them.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm not necessarily a preacher. I'm a minister, but in a way, I'm actually. Because at Oakley, I was security.
Oakley.
I was Pee Wee football coach.
Yeah.
And I have my own YouTube channel where I minister. I'm not an ordained preacher like by paperwork or whatever, but I have been set aside by God. So I'm a minister.
Yeah, he breaks. Is that still?
Still on.
Yeah, he breaks the bread of life, and and he's expound on the word, and God is working on him.
Absolutely.
Working on him, working in him, working through him.
Yes, sir.
And I'm believing God that he's going to be everything God called him to be.
I receive that.
Amen.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, we hope y'all enjoy this. We ain't going to hope. We know you enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Because there's many, 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 many more to come. We love you. God bless you.